Hey everyone, welcome back to Build Your English. I'm Jessica, and I'm so glad you're here today. Let's relax a little, have a nice chat, and practice speaking naturally about something we all love, our free time and the things that make life feel a little brighter. Learning English doesn't always have to feel like studying. Sometimes it's just about expressing what makes you you. And what better way to do that than by talking about your hobbies, the little joys you return to when you need to recharge or smile again. So today, let's dive into how we can talk about hobbies and free time naturally, the way friends might chat over a warm cup of coffee or tea. When someone asks, "What do you do in your free time?" it's a great chance to open up, share a little bit about yourself, and connect with others. You can start simply, like I usually say, in my free time, I love reading, or I like going for walks by the ocean. It doesn't have to be complicated. The key is to sound genuine and relaxed. If you want to sound more natural, you can use small variations. For example, you could say, "I'm really into painting these days," or "I've been spending a lot of time watching cooking videos lately." Phrases like these sound conversational and modern, as if you're just letting someone peek into your life a little. And here's something nice to remember. Talking about hobbies isn't just about listing activities. It's about sharing emotion. For example, instead of just saying, "I like playing guitar," you can say, "Playing guitar really helps me unwind after a busy day," or "I love how music lets me express what words can't." When you add feeling, your English becomes not only clear, but real. Let's think about how these small moments connect us. Imagine you're chatting with someone new, maybe at a language exchange or while traveling. They ask what you like to do, and you smile because there are so many little things you could mention. Listening to podcasts, gardening, photography, or just watching the sunset. You might say, "I try to spend time outdoors whenever I can. It really helps me clear my mind." That kind of sentence sounds soft, reflective, and confident all at once. Sometimes you can bring variety by talking about why you enjoy something. Maybe you say, "I enjoy baking because it's relaxing," or "I love hiking because it makes me feel alive and connected to nature." The word "because" naturally opens the door to share your feelings and thoughts, which makes your English more personal and memorable. If you're talking with a friend or colleague, you can keep it light and interactive. For example, you might say, "I've been getting into yoga lately. How about you?" It's friendly and curious. Or, "I finally started watching that show everyone's been talking about. Have you seen it yet?" These small questions keep the conversation alive, and that's what small talk is really about, building small bridges through simple words. There's also something charming about talking about hobbies that surprise people. Maybe you say, "I actually enjoy writing poetry when I have time," or "I've been learning calligraphy just for fun." It shows curiosity and depth, and it often inspires people to open up too. Now, let's gently move into how to talk about free time in different tones. If you want to sound relaxed and casual, use simple present tense and easy rhythm. Like, "I like going to the gym after work," or "I spend my weekends visiting local markets." But if you want to sound more expressive or natural, you can use phrases like, "I'm really into," "I'm hooked on," "I've been loving." For example, "I've been loving morning runs lately," or "I'm really into photography these days." When you speak like that, it feels like you're living your language, not just memorizing it. And that's why I always remind my learners, the best English isn't perfect English, it's connected English. It's the kind of English that makes the person listening feel that you're present, open, and enjoying the conversation. So maybe let's explore a few hobbies people often talk about. Reading is one of the most common ones. You can say, "I love reading novels, especially mystery or romance," or "I'm currently reading a self-development book and it's really inspiring." You could even add, I usually read a few pages before bed. It helps me relax. Notice how these small details make the picture of your routine more vivid. Now, let's think about sports or exercise. You can say, I enjoy swimming on weekends, or I like playing basketball with my friends after work. If you want to express motivation, you could say, working out keeps me energized and positive. Or, I started doing Pilates recently and it's been amazing for my posture. Now, how about artistic hobbies? Things like drawing, singing, or playing instruments. You might say, I love sketching because it helps me focus. Or, I've been learning guitar for about a year now. Or maybe, singing makes me happy even if I'm not very good at it. That kind of honesty actually sounds charming and confident in English conversations. For those who love food or cooking, there are endless ways to express it. You can say, I love trying new recipes, or cooking is my creative outlet. Or, I'm really into making coffee at home, experimenting with beans and brewing styles. When you describe what you enjoy about it, it naturally becomes a story instead of just a list. If you like traveling or outdoor adventures, you might say, I love exploring new cities whenever I get the chance, or hiking helps me recharge, or I try to plan short weekend trips, even just to nearby places. It gives me a sense of freedom. And remember, hobbies don't have to be big or impressive. Even small, quiet activities count. Maybe you enjoy journaling, watering your plants, or listening to music. You can say, I like journaling in the morning to clear my thoughts, or I spend time taking care of my plants. It's calming. These are soft, beautiful ways to show who you are. When talking about hobbies, you can also describe habits using time phrases. For example, I usually play badminton on Fridays, or on Sunday mornings, I like to go for a walk. You can use I often, I sometimes, I usually, or I try to. These small words make your rhythm sound fluent and natural. You might also want to express that you'd like to start something new. You can say, I've always wanted to learn piano, or I'd love to try painting someday, or I'm thinking about joining a dance class. Those are great ways to keep conversation open and show curiosity. Now, let's imagine you're chatting with someone who shares your interest. You could say, oh, you like photography too? What kind of camera do you use? Or, you love reading? Me too. Who's your favorite author? These simple follow-up questions help the talk flow naturally. Sometimes you can express your feelings about not having enough free time. You might say, I wish I had more time for reading, or I've been so busy lately that I haven't had time to cook much. That's real life, and expressing it naturally helps people connect with you. Talking about hobbies also gives you space to share small life reflections. For example, you could say, I used to play piano when I was younger, and I've been thinking of starting again. Or, I stopped painting for a while, but recently I've been feeling inspired to pick up my brushes again. These gentle phrases sound heartfelt and real. They turn a small topic into a meaningful one. If you want to express that a hobby helps you emotionally, you can say, it helps me relax, or it helps me clear my mind, or even it keeps me balanced. These are soft yet strong expressions that make your English feel mature and natural. Now, let's shift slightly to talking about spending time with others. Many hobbies become even more enjoyable when shared. You can say, I love cooking with my family, or I enjoy hiking with friends on weekends, or I like joining community art classes. It's fun meeting people with the same passion. Sentences like these naturally show both social and emotional connection. And if you ever want to talk about digital hobbies, things like online games, photography editing, or creating videos, you can simply say, I like playing online games with my friends, or I enjoy editing travel videos in my free time. Just keep the tone balanced and casual. Let's move to another natural area, relaxing hobbies. You could say, I love just spending quiet evenings watching movies, or I enjoy lying on the couch with a good podcast. These are very human, relatable ways to describe downtime. Sometimes it's okay to just say, I like doing nothing sometimes. It's funny but honest, and that's how real small talk often sounds. When you want to add a bit of storytelling flow, you can connect your sentences with simple transitions. Actually, to be honest, lately, sometimes, on weekends, or after work. For example, to be honest, I've been trying to spend less time on my phone lately. Or, lately, I've been enjoying short walks after dinner. Or sometimes I just sit in a cafe and watch the world go by. These tiny transitions help your speech feel smooth and alive. Now, one more thing. When you talk about hobbies in English, try to use the right mix of verbs. Instead of always saying, I like, you can say, I enjoy, I love, I prefer, I spend time, I'm interested in, I get excited about, or I'm passionate about. For example, I'm passionate about learning new languages, or I get excited about cooking new dishes. These variations make your English sound more expressive and less repetitive. Let's pause for a small reflection here. The way we talk about hobbies actually shows a lot about our personality. Whether you're quiet and thoughtful or social and energetic, there's always a way to express that naturally in English. The secret is to use emotion words, simple rhythm, and a warm tone. So if you're ever unsure what to say, just imagine you're talking to a friend who really wants to know you. Speak slowly, add a small story, and share your reason. You could say, I love gardening because it reminds me to slow down. Or, I enjoy photography because it helps me see beauty in simple things. These are lines that can make anyone listening smile. And that's the beauty of it. When you talk about what you love, your English naturally shines. You don't need fancy grammar or long vocabulary lists. You just need connection, warmth, and a bit of confidence. Before we close, let's remind ourselves that hobbies aren't only things we do, they're small stories we live. Whether it's journaling, painting, running, or learning a new language, they're all ways we connect with ourselves. So, next time someone asks, what do you do in your free time? Don't worry about sounding perfect. Just share honestly. Maybe say, I've been enjoying quiet evenings with the book lately. Or, I love trying new recipes when I have time. Your tone and your smile do most of the work. Dear learner, thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope you found warmth and calm in this practice. Keep speaking, keep feeling, and keep finding beauty in small conversations. Because that's how real English grows, naturally from heart to heart. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep learning gently, and keep building your English one small moment at a time.